All right. So, when we left off, when we last got together a couple days ago, I had started a remix for the song "I Was Never There" by Harshar. Um, there is, if you go visit my YouTube channel where I am reposting these, and I'll try to get that information. I don't know the link off the top of my head, but I did in the description there post a link to the Bandcamp page where you can download the original track, and the a link to the page where you can grab the stems. So if anybody else wants to play along, that information is out there. I should have put it up on a slide. Maybe I'll do that in part 3 when I do that. But I didn't want to dally too much. I was having fun messing around with this on, I guess, Friday it was, or Saturday, whenever it was, Saturday. And I kind of revisited a little bit yesterday, and I had said that I'll probably stream the next time I pick up to work with this, and so I wanted to make sure I did it one more time before before next weekend. So anyway, what has happened since we last spoke? I have done a little bit of additional programming. Not too much, but I created another couple patterns. I was playing around with different vocal parts. So let me get my notes around here. I can show you what those are. Let's look at the Octatrack and see if we're getting video. Maybe not. Looks like I've got to reconnect. Streaming is just so much fun, guys. All the technical challenges. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, it says it's streaming, but it is not. It is not connected any longer. That is a dead image. Let's see if we're getting stuff, though, when I hit play here. Yeah, so display is working. That's great. Yeah, the Octatrack is there, but, like, that's a still image. I'm, like, waving my hand in front of it, and I can see on the camera. Let me just close it out, maybe. Trying to reconnect to it. Silly thing. Anyway. Hope you're hearing audio. Last time, that was the big challenge. God, that was so annoying. Yeah, this is great. It's just like sitting here and it's thinking that it's talking to a thing, and there's an image, but it is completely static. Ah, wait. Something's happening. Perhaps. Yes, there we go. Okay, great. So, anyway, as I was saying, I did some additional work with the vocal stem, and I think we had previously had the sort of U kind of groove. So let's go up to pattern 12. Put a little bit of something on the crossfader for fun on part 3. I'm sure you can't read it. I've got to figure out how to make the screen more readable for you guys if you're watching. I wasn't theirs, right? So that's fun. And then I did a thing where I took. He's got a little segment of the verse at the very end where instead of screaming it, he speaks it, and I started slicing that up a little bit. And kind of tweaking with it. And that is running through the lo-fi on the Octatrack, and I've got some stuff on the scene where basically the amplitude modulation starts being very intense, high depth, high frequency, and then as we go to the other scene on the crossfader, the depth is lower. So the intent is, I suppose, to make it a little more intelligible as we go. So that's one thing. And then I kind of was playing around, I got into this. Just really like backwards and distorting it and getting nuts. So I figured that might be kind of fun. Like before we get to the actual verse, which is on pattern 14 here. Right. So, I'm getting some buzz off my mic too, so we'll figure out all this technical crap. Yes, all of the FX you are hearing so far are coming. You're hearing nothing but Octatrack at this point. Which brings me to my next little goal for this evening. What I want to do is get a rough jam of the Octatrack stuff into Logic. And if we flip over to Logic, I have gone through just before starting the stream, I went through the somewhat tedious process of putting the kick and the snare onto individual cue channels on the what's the cue out, putting it in studio mode lets you use those as assignable channels, and then everything else is coming from the stereo master 1-2. So my first goal is to record down a little performance. My second goal is to maybe I threw together a very, very quick but cool 303 pattern and a little something in the Pro 1, but I'm using those channels in the patch bay, so we kind of have to, if we want to separate the kick and the snare out into separate channels, I either have to do that first or go back and do it again. One of the fun things about this recording process, though, to me, is it is a little old-fashioned, where I'm running a take and then everything's in sync, so I can get the clock, I can get any clockable stuff, like kind of working in the same tempo, but I'm just running another take, doing an overdub. I'm going to do a 303 overdub and a Pro 1 overdub and maybe a modular overdub. And if I don't like the performance that I do, I can either, and my intention is the sort of arrangement jam is going to be very jammy. It's going to be very long, more than likely. And I will find the bits that work really well. I will excise the bits that don't. But I just want to get something in there that we can then work with in DAW land. And if it really doesn't work, I can always go back and say, like, if I want to insert a new pattern, right? Like if I write a new pattern that I want to throw in, everything syncs, so I can just jump in and record that and then slot it in wherever I want. So that's the idea. That's the basic gist. So let's do that. Let's run a quick takedown, and let's just make sure real quick that we're going to get all the audio that we want. Hey, maybe if we put it in the right tempo first, that would be great. See, that's why we test. That's why we test. All right. That was fun. Let's not put it on. Let's go ahead and put it on pattern 1. Oh, man. Seriously? You're going to do it this way to me, huh? All right. Let's see here. I need to tell one of these things not to sync. We want to receive sync, but we do not want to receive sync from. We don't want to send sync. That's right. So don't send it. Don't send it. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh. See, we've gone to 222 beats per minute, which is just not cool. All right. That's playing. Yay. All right, let's see what's going on here. Project settings, synchronization. No, wrong. 828 ES. Off. Let's try just going to the key step. Nope. There we go. Yeah, sometimes that catches me. I need to get a better MIDI routing situation going on because I've got sync going in one of two different ways. Sometimes I want things to be set up the way I might do it live with no computer, and then the computer will when I anyway, it's basically double synchronization coming from both the computer and the key step into the Octatrack. Makes it very confused, obviously. So now that we got that sorted out, let's roll it. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay, let's see. There was some okay stuff in there, some shaky stuff, but like I said, we've always got the opportunity to go back if we need to. Now, one thing I'm a little concerned about is how quiet this appears to be. But it is there. I mean, I could print it hotter. I'm just going to throw a gain on it for now. We can come back to it later if we need to. All right. So I'm going to leave that. And while we're listening this down a little bit, snare down just a touch. I am going to plug in some other stuff. Let's see. We can switch the sync. Let's see. One second. Switch it over to the key step. Alright, there's some 303. Yep, everything you could hear was recorded, except for my voice. Let's break it down, shall we? So, this is everything that wasn't kick and snare. It's on this channel, stereo channel. So that's the stereo Octatrack master. Then we have the Octatrack kick. Then we have the snare, which is, one thing that I'm doing a little bit differently this time. I have been, sort of taking an attitude of, if it's coming out of the Octatrack, it's out of the Octatrack, right? When you've been hearing, if you've been coming along to my jams or whatever, I'm usually just recording the stereo master and everything's in the master. But so this is a little bit more involved. I kind of do like to have the kick and snare in their own place so they can be mixed or potentially replaced if I grow weary of the original sound choice. So that's why I broke those off into their own channels. Alright, pretty good. Let's go ahead and turn the modular on. Start using that. So one of the things I might want to make sure I'm doing is Yep. one of these days I'll get the multi-camera stuff done and we can have something on each, so go through all this rigmarole. So what I think I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to do this kind of a track at a time. So we're going to do a pass of LTD30 over here. And we'll start it. We're going to start our track over here. And I'm going to just record and use manual volume control. And, I got a confession to make, and I'm kind of torn. I am very partial to the square wave on the 303 instead of the sawtooth. Does the Peanut Gallery have any opinion on which one they prefer? Because I kind of want to just leave it in square, but I also kind of want to do it in saw because I know I've got this predisposition against it. Like, oh, well, maybe I should use the sawtooth this time. Does anybody have any opinion? If not, I'll just leave it in square. All right. So we're not going to record the Pro one just yet. We're not going to record the modular just yet. We're just going to do a 303 take. Sawtooth it is. All right. There's an exclamation point, so sawtooth it is. Let's do it then. See, now we're off by like, yeah, I'm gonna have to start it maybe here. Yeah, that's where we want it. That's where we want it, right there. So if we go, oh, come on. Synchronization is pretty much of an open question when you come to the 303. What I really want is for it to start on the downbeat, right? But it's not. That's kind of Alright. That was fun. Now, here's what I'm kind of curious about. Let's see. Okay, great. So, that was cool. I am going to now see what's going on with the Pro 1. Now, one thing that I will readjust the camera here momentarily, but you'll see I'm running CV out of the TB3 here, or TD3, whatever they call this stupid 303 clone. So I'm running into the oscillator pitch on the Pro 1 from the sequence of the TD3. I've got to remember that. There's just so many 303 clones with similar names. So let's see. I'm going to once again adjust the camera. And perhaps noisily adjust the microphone. Stupid thing. Should get like a lapel mic or something. That might be useful. And let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's not super, well, shed some light on the subject. Ooh, that's bright. Yeah, anyway, you get the picture. Let's see. Now we want to make sure Pro 1 is in record, and it is. And let's see what it's doing. Come over here. But for those of you following along, again, we have pitches coming in from the TD3 into the Pro 1. So there's going to be some interesting things because I'm sure that they're not completely synchronized at this point in terms of the sequence start, as we kind of ran into before. We'll get some more of that kind of cool syncopation, is the word. And then we've got Pam's here. I don't know if you can see channel 5 of the Pams blinking away in that's triggering our gates. See that? So let's just see what happens here. Awfully loud. right, that was fun. I am afraid that I blew the socks off you guys there. It got really loud. I apologize. Um, but I think that'll be a good element to keep around. Let's see what's going on with ye old. What I've got patched. Let's put it into record. Oh, the fun part's always knowing which channel I attach to what. So voice 2. Voice 2 is what I want for... Let's just play around for a minute and see what happens. So right now, what you're hearing, you can't see necessarily the E-step over there. I'm basically just playing E-step, Piston Honda, into ripples, into the quad VCA, and I've got the amplitude and filter envelopes on the quad racks. And what I should be doing is playing around with old Ornament and Crime right here, but I don't know. Right now, that seems like a little bit of a taller order. This may not work at all. I'm just kind of seeing what's there. for hanging out. something. There's something in there. I will probably have to do some more playing around with what else I want in here. That might not end up using that. I don't know. Hold on for the noise. Kathunk. All right. Well, let's listen to this down one time. What do you say? We'll just see what we got going on here. I might do some quick. Let's put a little bit of what we got going on in other desert cities here. We'll put a little bit of that on L Pro 1. Just a touch, you think? And then the modular, we want some of that good old Valhalla magic on it, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we always do. All right, let's just see what we got. Realize that was sharp. right. Well, I think with that, I'm going to wrap up for tonight. I will be back in certainly sometime within the next 5 to 7 days, and we'll work on this some more. Could be before that, but just off the top of my head, some things that I'm going to want to check out. I'm going to want to redo that modular track, I think. I see what I was trying to do, but I don't know, it's just not working. Obviously, there is some structural arrangement work that needs to be done. That will be fun. I'm not sure if it will be fun to watch, but we'll see. But yeah, those are the next couple things on my list. Is kind of trying to tie the arrangement together. I may need to redo the Octatrack stereo stuff, just to get it. I don't know. We'll see. I may play with the arrangement mode in the Octatrack. I've done that before, just to see how I want it to flow, or I may do it in the DAW here in Logic. But anyway, thank you all for joining. Thank you for watching. I always appreciate it. And with that, I will bid you all a good night. Happy Martin Luther King Day. And I will talk to you all soon. See ya.